Today, I will introduce you to the system in Figurement that makes it easy to create multiple layers of materials, labels, stickers, and prints. This is the way it works. All parts in Figurement can now have multiple materials applied. So you can see for this particular part of the suspension system on a bicycle, we have 4 different materials applied. You can see it here in the Parts Explorer, where you can see the black plastic, red spray, white metal dots, and Figurement logo applied. And you can also see it down here in the property panel with a bit more information. If you look at the final appearance here, you can actually see that there is a black plastic underneath, and you have this splotchy or spray appearance of red. Then you have some metal, white metal, small bumps on top of that, and then at the very top the Figurement logo, but only in this one spot. All of this is controlled by the multiple materials and the opacity between them. So if we do go have a look at the Figurement logo, I can press here on the edit button, and you can see that it is in fact just a regular material, that it has a base color which is our Figurement logo, and then on the opacity channel down here, which controls what you can see underneath, it is the Figurement logo, and in particular the alpha channel of that particular image that drives the opacity. So you can think of this as a layer system in Photoshop where you can put things on top of each other, and you can control the material as well as the other parameters around textures or base color for each of those layers. Let's see how we can create something like this ourselves. So again, let's zoom out on this bicycle, and then let's do something on the frame itself. So the way it works in Figurement is that you can just drag and drop things. It's easy. So let's say that we have this initial frame paint, and I want this dot pattern on top of it. If I just drag like this, and I don't hold any modifier keys, then this particular image is going to be applied as a base color. But we don't want that. We want this to be applied as a material on top. So I can hold the control key, and you can see at the very top I'm guided to what I need to do. If I hold the control key, a new material will be applied as a layer on top. Let's do that. I let go, and you can now see that the dot pattern has been applied on top of all the link parts. So I can now take this particular image, and I can try and find a good spot for it. This dot pattern looks good now, and if I then go and edit the material itself by pressing the edit button here, I can go ahead and make it into also a different kind of material. So by default it's Lambertian, but let's say that I wanted more of a metal appearance for the dots. Then I can click this button, and I get more of a metallic appearance for all of the dots that appear on all of the different parts that I added this layer to. You'll also notice that we have this move tool for texture that is enabled. You can always control whether or not you want to see this at the very top here. You can click it off and on. If you'd rather have the tool to move a part, you can just press move part, and then you're back to being able to move the part itself. Now, if I wanted to add yet another material on top, I can again go ahead and just drag. And let's say I wanted to add a layer, but I only want to add on this one particular part. Then I'm holding Control and Shift, and I let go. Now I'm adding just a sticker to this one particular part on one particular spot. Let me just rotate it into place. Then we have our Figurement sticker. So we now have a part with 3 materials applied: the logo, the dot pattern, and the frame painting. You may have noticed that I could have a particular material applied, of course, on multiple parts. But another small thing we can do is that we can actually add a material to a group. So let's say that we wanted a Figurement logo again, but we wanted to apply it to all of the parts on the bicycle across everything. then we can actually just drag and drop it into any one of these groups in the parts hierarchy. So if I drag it to the outermost part, then this particular layer will apply to all of the parts underneath and be on top. So I will hold Control again to add as a layer. I will let go. And now you'll notice that the Figurement logo can be applied to any part across any of the existing divisions and on top of any of the existing materials. We believe this is a great way to control and not be limited by any kind of existing structure and to be free and creative for what you do. So this was the layering system, the labeling system that can be used to explore and create things like stickers, advanced materials, print on your particular product. I'm looking very much forward to seeing what you can do with it. Let's go.